Alright guys, today I'm going to show you a bit of on-court footage working with a player from USF, and I've only been working with her for 2 sessions, so trying to gain a little bit of a understanding of what she's all about, what I can help her with, and also gain her trust. So I'm not trying to get in there and just start changing everything. I'm trying to work with her rather than on her. So I'm always looking to give some advice that is not going to make someone worse for a period of time. It's going to be a simple tip that I think they're going to be able to get, and it's just going to make them a little bit better, and it's going to move us in the right direction. Now, one thing I'm looking to do, and I do this with a lot of clients, especially when I'm working with someone for the first time, is to get them to tell me when they liked a shot, when it felt great, when they feel like they executed it to the best of their ability, and then analyze that shot and figure out what made that shot work. If I was stretched on a shot, I would look something like this, and this would kind of work as like a counterbalance, right? So let's say the ball is too far away from me and I came to hit it, I would end up doing that to sort of be able to hit the ball in a straight line. So if I turn into it, I'd probably drag it into the net over there, right? So when you're hitting your shot, if you're in this position where you're like half of you's stretching forwards and half of you's like really stretching back, it's kind of a sign you did that same error, even though it might not feel like, you know, a massive error. It's still like a little bit there. You know what I mean? The fact that you would end up doing this if you were stretched, try and catch yourself and stop yourself from doing it when you're just driving the ball and you feel good, because a lot of times you have this going on and this kind of going back. Instead of, if you were in the right place and you're comfortable, I would expect a bit more like rotation into the shot. Does that make sense? Just 1 second, you'd probably do this as well. Like if you were too far away from the ball, this side would go back, this side would stretch out, so you'd have this counterbalance, and your head would probably like, and you tend to do that even when you're not overly stretched. So keep it close to you. Feel like you don't do that particular correction, which would mean that it probably feels a little bit more rotational rather than half of you going forwards and half of you going backwards. Like that. Feel like you're just reaching out a little bit too far for that. Even your follow through, don't extend like miles.
Yeah, that was good.
There you go. Have that sensation of feeling like you're not doing that correction. But if you do want to break it down a little more technically, I think when you are in the right place, this hip would go like this a little bit. And when you're reaching out, it's like rackets going this way and hips going backwards.
Like the leg is stuck.
So keep it close, and then you actually feel like your hips rotate, and you'll still stay sideways and all that, but you won't feel like half of you's going one way, half's going the other. Maybe feel next time you hit one that's really good, why don't you just tell me? That one's you stretched. We can have a look at the next
this one was good.
That one's good, okay.
This one too. Good?
Yeah. As a really basic rule, I'd say if you're hitting and your left foot is going backwards as you hit, like it's going this way, then it's a bit more of a correction. It might be a good correction. It might be necessary if you're stretched or you don't line it up well. That's actually going to help you. But if you're really trying to hit your like best backhands, I think this leg's going to come here a little bit.
Come forward.
Instead of like this knee's going to drop in, and your left foot's probably going to stay around here instead of flying that way.